Hey, Logan Allen Williamson here. In this video, I want to dive into a couple things related to the fundamentals of growing a real estate business. There are a couple distinct things as an agent that you're going to have to do time and time again. We've touched on a few of those in recent videos. I want to talk about the basics and I want to talk about the foundation of what should be your bread and your butter inside of this business. Stick around. Hey guys, Logan Allen Williamson here. If you don't know me, I am a full-time real estate agent. I help agents scale and grow their business using modern strategies. I'm a part of the fastest growing group in eXp company history with some of the best trainings in the world when it comes to dominating with modern media. Now, if you want to learn more about myself, my coaching, or my group, my team right now currently spans 7 states. And right now we are growing at over 150 agents per month. So this is something that is absolutely massive in terms of us getting momentum with this group. If you'd like to discuss any of that, any of the trainings or any potential, partner with us and see what it is that we're doing so differently at this group, I encourage you to go to wolfpackagent.com and book a time to chat with me directly. All right, so what am I talking about when it comes to fundamentals? This video is going to be relatively short and sweet, but as an agent, there are certain things that you can do to absolutely set yourself apart from other agents that are out there in the marketplace. There are quite a few coaches that are out there in the actual real estate space that will tell you a lot of different things, but what it comes down to is being an agent of integrity, being an agent of ethics. What does your character say about you? What is your personal brand? How do your clients talk about you when you're not there? Some people will say follow up, follow back, and follow through. Again, it just boils down to doing what you were saying that you are going to do. You're going to get into this business, and as you start to get more and more experience with clients, you're going to learn that the fundamentals matter. It's why the great NBA players of all time say that shooting free throws and practicing layups are some of the most important drills that you can possibly do because the fundamentals matter. Practicing dribbling drills, doing all these different things. In real estate, the basics are understanding how to leverage your different softwares and understanding people. And again, leading from contribution to the point that when you tell a client that you're going to do something, you actually do it. You would not believe how many times you're out with clients. There are a million different moving parts and pieces. You're taking notes either on a pen and pad, on different listing flyers. You're taking notes in your phone. You're making agent phone calls knowing that this is a contact sport. You're in there trying to schedule showings on the fly. And then things happen, whether that be trying to check up on a listing that is off market and you're waiting for phone calls back. You get busy, you come home, maybe you have personal dinner plans with a friend. Maybe it's your folks' birthday or something like that. And all of a sudden you forget to follow up with the people that you said that you're going to follow up with, that you told your client you're going to follow up with. And then you forget to follow back with that client until maybe the next day. These are the things that people remember about you. Yes, you're gonna have to work extremely hard when you are actively working with buyers and sellers. It's the nature of this business. It is 100%, you better be all in and you better be willing to work. The reason why real estate agents are literally liked less, we are on the bottom of the totem pole as salespeople, below car salespeople, because people typically think that we make too much money and we do not follow through with the things that we say that we're gonna do. This is one of the reasons why less than 2% of agents make more than 98% of the money in this business. Because if you can set yourself out, set yourself apart from other agents simply by being in integrity, being in congruency with your clients, leading from a place of contribution and doing what you say you're going to do. I know this sounds basic, but once you get in and once you've built momentum inside of this business, you will understand exactly what I'm talking about. It is very, very easy to say you're gonna do some things. Oh yeah, I'm gonna follow up. She's actually gonna be out there to take photos of the backyard. On Saturday, we're gonna see if we can actually move that back fence back 2 feet so we can get your RV back there and put in a gate. We'll see if we can alter it. I'll go ahead and touch base with the HOA and see if that's gonna be possible. What about the noise ordinances? That's gonna be another question to ask. Oh, and then the neighbor, they were considering maybe selling their home and we thought you were interested there. So I'm gonna follow back and just gauge their temperature on whether or not they're serious. All these little things, that's one client. That's one afternoon when you're out being active. And then all of a sudden you go and you meet with another client that evening, or you go and you meet with another client the next morning. Well, all of the little things that you said that you were going to follow up on and that you're going to follow back with your client about now are on the back burner unless you're doing things like making lists, unless you're doing things like just being very diligent with your organization. Because I'm telling you, it's really, really easy to get disorganized when you have 100 or 1,000 different moving parts and pieces. When things start moving quickly, especially in the heat of the market, the spring market, or moving into the fall market, you better be on your game. And I'm telling you, you will be absolutely set apart from other agents. If you follow up, follow back, follow through, do what you say you're going to do for your clients, you'll blow their mind. Now, all this plays into things like CRM follow-up, working through your CRM, making sure you're putting different touch points on people. These are all strategies that we can discuss. But what you really want to focus on in this business are relationships over transactions. You're going to get to a point where you get very frustrated, probably inevitably, as a business owner. And what I want you to understand is that eventually you're going to get into the point, or you're going to get to the point inside of your career as an entrepreneur where you realize that it is not about the money, because the money is simply a byproduct. There's a book out there called The 4 Disciplines of Execution, and it's a wonderful book that you should check out. If you want any information about books to read or anything like that, go ahead and comment below and I'll get you some information on some of my favorite books that have helped me inside of my career. What I want you to understand is that when you're talking about your clients, when you're talking about people, just like we've touched on before, there are always areas for you to add value, leading from a place of contribution, and people, they will be affected by you remembering things about your conversations with them, remembering things about their life, their children, their events, their hobbies, people's interests, what they do for work. What do they do when they're with their kids? Are they married? Do they have parents that are in the area? These are all things that you want to take note of, because when you follow back with these people after you followed through on what you told them you're going to do, you want to be able to reference different points in conversations that you have had. You want to be able to reference different things that you talked about to make them feel like they are potentially the only client that you're ever working with, just based on the fact that you know so many personal things about them. When you start to focus on people and you start to focus less on what would be the tail end of a transaction, which is a commission check, you're going to find that your business is going to start to explode, because the most valuable people inside of your business right now are the people you already know. Even lucrative folks than those, the potential clients that can help blow up your business, are the people that you have already worked with. If I've sold a t-shirt to somebody, it's easier to go back to that same person and now sell them a sweatshirt or a sticker than it is to go find a new customer. This is the same with your clients, and the fundamentals of this business are making sure that your previous clients are the most valuable people that you possibly have inside of your database. Make sure that you stay front of mind with people. You don't have to be making 50 phone calls per day to your past clients, but you should make a few. You should make it a point to at least touch 5 of your past clients per day. What they always say as a general rule of thumb is 5, 5, 5. Every day, talk to 5 people that you know, talk to 5 people that you don't know, and talk to 5 people that you want to know that you don't yet, meaning strategic partners and whatnot. But when you get back in touch with people, it's as easy as potentially automated email drips coming from your CRM. There are a lot of different tactics and strategies to get back in touch with people. But the most powerful thing is either in-person or voice-to-voice conversations. It's what impacts people the most. So the more frequently you can do that, these are fundamentals of this business. You should be doing that as much as you possibly can. Doing things like touching your whole database on a weekly basis with a weekly newsletter, with different strategies around things that are happening in your market, events that may be coming up, stats about the actual market every single month. These are all things that you want to be doing. Again, fundamentals of the business. If you have any questions about how to set these things up, go ahead and comment below, write me a message, and I'll get back to you. We can discuss that. If you take anything away from this video, I want it to be 2 things. 1, follow up, follow back, follow through on the things that you say you're going to do. Be somebody that carries themselves with discipline, poise, be in integrity, be in congruency with the things that you think, speak, and say, if at all possible. Follow up, follow back, follow through. And the second thing is focus on relationships over transactions. And if you can focus on those 2 things, I can guarantee you that you will take your business to the next level. Look, my name is Logan Allen Williamson. I know that we covered a lot. If you have any questions about me, my training, my team, or potentially partnering with me at my #1 fastest growing group in EXP company history, the Wolfpack, I would love to chat with you about that opportunity. You can go to wolfpackagent.com, get on my calendar directly for a one-on-one private call, and I'll talk to you soon.